Yo, what's going on, you guys? Today I'm gonna be reacting to this video that I was referred to by a friend, and pretty much says that I hate to say it, but Damian Lillard is not part of the NBA MVP discussion, and already I'm having mixed emotions about that because for me, and I haven't seen this video yet, I don't know what they're gonna say, right? For me, um, in my opinion, I just don't want to be the one. I don't want to be the one talking like. I don't want to be on the opposite side of Dame. I want to be on his side, right? I really do. I really want to be on Dame's side. But as an MVP candidate, you just have to. You have to have your team above 500. And it's crazy to say that because Dame is putting up ridiculous, insanely stupid numbers with insane field goal percentages. Like he is efficient. He can shoot as soon as he crosses half court. He can he can distribute the ball. He's a great leader. He's everything you want in the player. But to say to go against him as an NBA MVP, it's tough. And I don't want to be on that. I don't want to be on that side. I want to be on Dame's side, but I can't see him as a NBA MVP candidate based upon his play or his team seeding at the moment. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and see what they have to say about it. All right, let's go. All right, let's get into the video.
Dollar making a case for himself in the MVP race, and if so, where should he be ranked?
He's not really in the race. If you're talking about the race among like people likely to get it, Giannis is so far ahead of the pack. And then there are others like LeBron and AD and Luka and James Harden who
Giannis is definitely number one if I had to pick.
It pains me to say this. I don't want to be up here arguing against Damian Lillard. Like a stat that we didn't just give out is since he's
Little what I just said.
He's shooting something like 50 or 60% from like 30 feet. He's unconscious. And I love what he said after that no call that cost him the game. They're in the middle of a brutal stretch, and they have some losses, and a game that they should have won. Damian Lillard is a no-excuse player for himself.
That's what I love most about Lillard. He said that perfectly. Lillard will take no excuses, right? Like we make excuses for Dame. We make excuses for the Portland Trailblazers. You know what I'm saying? Dame don't want any of that. He don't want to hear no excuses. He puts the blame on himself. He takes full responsibility, and that's why you gotta love Dame. That's why you gotta love Dame.
For the officials, right? He's not trying to hear your excuses, and he also doesn't cut himself any slack. Stephen A. He didn't leave and chase a ring somewhere. He's
True.
Right where he was. And said,
Didn't even bring that up, but yep.
Ring, it's going to be, I'm going to do it honestly. I'm going to come by it honestly. He's trying to lead a franchise there. I have the utmost respect for him. To say it's in a league where over 50% of the teams make the playoffs, even in the Western Conference, over 50% of the teams make the playoffs. You cannot be an MVP candidate from a non-playoff team. Because in basketball, one player has too much influence over the outcome of a game. He's having a great season. I think if you don't consider LeBron a point guard, he's the best point guard in basketball.
Definitely.
Certainly he or Harden. He's past Kyrie. He's better than Kemba. Like, I love Damian Lillard. But I cannot say he's an MVP at this moment from a non-playoff team. Also, he really turned it on in the last several weeks. Some guys have been doing it at that level almost, not quite this level, all year.
Max, I agree with you. He's not a part of.
I think Max put that pretty good. He put that pretty perfectly.
Because I think this brother's a superstar. He is something special to behold. I want to let everybody know, over the last 10 games, Damian Lillard and the Portland Trailblazers are 7-3. I want to read these numbers to you, Max.
Please do. Please do.
Games, Damian Lillard has 61, 47, 50, 36, 48, 51. Then he had a couple of games where it was only 21 and 26 points. And then
it's ridiculous. Absolutely stupid.
In the loss Friday night, and then 33 in the win over Miami.
They'd have to beat my Miami Heat team, though. Spoiled Andre's homecoming or debut.
Damian Lillard can make shots. Long range. As a matter of fact, the further he is from the basket, the more they go in, it seems, okay?
On God, bro.
So he can help you with his perimeter play, and that's really what the key is here. I don't think he has enough help. I think once Nurkic gets back, I think they'll look even better. They seem to be
CJ has to step it up. He's not the CJ we saw from last year.
Bogus no call on the part of the referees. There's no way in hell that goaltending should not have been called.
Facts.
My man Ryan Rucco and Doris Burke, the wonderful Doris Burke, was calling the game. She highlighted how egregious of a miss it was by the officials, and she could not have been more right. That was a goaltending by Rudy Gobert. It should have been called. I don't blame Damian Lillard
hard to miss goaltending, too.
Absolutely.
Hard
Three
to
referees.
miss.
Oh, it's way too obvious.
It's a key play in the game. It tied the score.
NBA should be, or the refs at least should be ashamed of themselves for that one.
It was just egregious. But again, like you said, the Portland Trailblazers have been struggling all season long. This is a team that was in the Western Conference Finals last year, and this year, you know what? They're trying to get into a top 8 seed. That is a problem. And when that kind of situation exists, you can't be talking league MVP. But it is worth mentioning. Again, I put it to you this way. Here's what we need to appreciate about Damian Lillard. We love Russell Westbrook, and Russell Westbrook is a star, and we appreciate his fervor. But
Look
in
at
the
that.
same breath, you gotta make those perimeter shots.
34.2.
If you're Houston and you
Sheesh.
have this dude shoot perimeter shots, what are you looking like? See, these are the kind of things.
If James Harden and Damian Lillard were teammates,
you're talking about people in terms of different
bro,
situations. What they would
talk
do
about
for a
130
particular team.
points a night.
We're talking about Harden. Imagine if you had
No joke.
somebody that you can launch the ball to from 35 feet and they can make shots. That's a difference
Well, with
than
Steph-
somebody who's driving to the basket and blowing by people.
With Steph out of the league, when you talk about the real point guards, Harden's a combo
Chris
guard
Paul
in the
is having a
backcourt.
sensational year.
He definitely is.
Chris Paul, I would not take Chris Paul over Damian Lillard. Not close.
No, I'm not saying that. I got
but
it.
Chris Paul, no
Duh.
doubt. And Ben Simmons is having.
But don't
a
sleep on
great
Chris
year.
Paul
Doesn't-
this year.
Doesn't show up in the numbers all the time because Embiid's there sucking up a lot of shots.
But he's
and,
an elite
and Simmons
defender.
doesn't shoot, but he's a monster defensively. In terms of the point guards, this stuff is in flux. Some years it looks like Kyrie's ahead of Damian Lillard. You know, among the shorter, kind of more prototypical point guards. Lillard's past all those guys. He's like, with Steph hurt, and even when Steph comes back, let's see where he is. Lillard is operating in.
I wanna see
you
more
brought this
Dame
up
versus Steph
last
battles.
year when you started talking MVP.
Those are always
and
fun.
He's had the better season.
Except
He
for last
has,
year's
of all
conference
those
finals. We're
kind
not
of
gonna talk
players,
about that.
he's probably #1 in the league right now. But you got to make the playoffs in this league. You can run every play through your best player. MVPs never come from non-playoff teams.
Thanks for watching.
So I think they had I think they worded everything pretty good. Pretty much everything I said at the beginning of the video was kind of similar to what they said here, but I like that they didn't go the route where they, you know how sometimes, you know how the media can be, how like, nah, you know, there's no discussion, Dame is not an MVP, he can't even propel his team to this. You know, we hear it all the time, and you guys know it, I know it, the NBA world knows it. But I'm glad that they took this approach that they admire Dame, they see what he's doing, they take his accomplishments this season into consideration, but the only thing that's holding Dame back is his team not being in the playoffs, or at least at the moment that I'm making this video. Other than that, I don't really have much to say other than the fact that, like, for me, I need to see Dame, and I want to see Dame in the playoffs. I would much rather see, as much as I love John Morant, man, John Morant is special, but I really want to see a matchup of the Lakers versus Blazers. I know the Lakers are taking that series 4-1, 4-0 maybe, but I would love to see a LeBron versus Carmelo series. We haven't seen that in a very long time, especially now they're older, and Melo with his comeback season, and then Dame putting up a show, and AD and LeBron putting up a show. I think that's going to be a great first round matchup. Probably one of the best first round matchups we've seen in a long time, because we all know the first round is never really that entertaining. We pretty much know the outcome unless we get like an underdog, unless we get like a Golden State beating the Spurs. So other than that, we know the outcome, but I would love to see a Lakers versus Blazers matchup, even though we know the outcome. We know the Lakers are not losing that series, but I would love to see that out of any other team that's in the race between like 8 to 10, right? But other than that, guys, I don't have really much else to say about this. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys agree that he's really not an NBA MVP because of his team seeding, or do you think that Westbrook, that Dame should be in the talks, at least, at least in the talks, getting some votes here and there? But let me know what you guys think down below. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and let me know what you think. I'll talk with you guys. I read the comments out. Let's have a discussion. All right, peace.